Glad you could join us today. I'm here talking to Kim about her new podcast series, Echoes in Communities. Kim, I am also glad you could make it. I'm excited to hear about your new series and get a peek behind the curtain to see what drives your show. By the way, will Moira be showing up also?
Hi, I am so glad to be here. And no, Moira won't be joining us. The whole being a ghost thing keeps her a little housebound. But as for your question, I've worked in healthcare for the past 30 years. In the past 5 years, the whole world had COVID. I've moved 1,000 miles to a new part of the country and had a major health scare. I still love healthcare and medicine, but more and more, I've found myself needing a creative outlet. I've always been intrigued by unsolved mysteries and true crime stories. And my mind has always asked, why did that happen? Or how do we change that? Or what would I do in that situation? When my son finally convinced me to try making this podcast work, and I was looking for a name for it, I realized that what intrigues me about true crime and unsolved mysteries is how these events and their after effects ripple through communities. Echoes in Communities lets me explore those ripples and share my thought processes with my viewers and listeners.
Wow, sounds like you have had a lot going on the past couple of years, and it sounds like you are up for a challenge. Do you have any goals for your series, and if so, what are they?
I guess first is that I want to tell compelling, well-researched stories that explore how crimes and mysterious events shape real people and places. And I have to stop and say right here, no matter how good that storytelling sounds in my head, learning how to tell that story well has me on a very steep learning curve. There is a real art to taking facts in and then relaying a story that will be audibly and visually interesting to the viewers and listeners. Of course, part of making that happen, that is to keep sharpening my own narrative, editing, and audio skills, so each episode is cleaner and more immersive than the last. And I am definitely not an artist yet, but I will keep learning and my storytelling will improve, and that's kind of an exciting aspect to all of this. My second goal is to build an engaged community that isn't just listening, but debating theories, sharing resources, and growing with me week by week.
By the way, I am kind of glad Moira is staying home today. So Kim, tell me, it sounds like you are working and busy developing and posting content. What other things do you spend your time on?
Right now, I'm trying to juggle the recertification classes I need before I start my new job in a few weeks with content producing and script writing. I'm also developing and getting ready to launch a new YouTube channel. It will be called Nurse to Nurse KLC on YouTube. And the focus of that channel will be to provide mentoring for nurses in all stages of their careers. Nursing burnout is a real thing, and there are so many forces pressuring nurses in their practice environments right now. I just think that it will provide a resource I would use myself. Right now, that resource isn't out there, so I'm going to fill that gap. Outside of that, I'm deep in the trenches of remodeling a fixer-upper I bought, so I'm learning everything from how to use power tools to how not to fall through the floor. That's actually how I really got into watching YouTube videos, lots of videos followed by lots of trial and error. I found out I actually love the hands-on work. In addition to the inside of my house, I've got 3 acres of land that desperately needs some TLC, and I'm slowly figuring out how to bring it back to sanity. So I guess what I'm really saying is, when I'm not working, hanging out with the grandkids, chasing renovation tasks, or editing for 15 hours straight, I like to take the occasional nap.
That actually makes a lot of sense. How excited are you to be doing this podcast series?
Honestly, I am kind of off the charts excited right now. Each upload feels like putting a piece into a jigsaw puzzle. Getting this channel off the ground has given me a weird sense of engagement that I can't explain, but I love it. Even the steep learning curve, hello, audio leveling at 2 a.m., is weirdly energizing because every mistake turns into a better episode next time.
All right, one more question to wrap things up. Where do you see this channel and yourself in 5 years?
A sick, out-of-this-world goal would be to take the show on the road for community-based recording sessions. Wherever it lands, though, the goal is the same. Keep the echo growing and keep the conversation alive. I hope that gives you an idea where Echoes in Communities is coming from, a little bit of an idea where I'd like to see it go. Thanks so much for hosting me. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, that about wraps it up for today. Kim, thank you for talking with me today. Viewers, thank you as always for dropping in. See you next time.